What's going on, guys? It's Kyle. Welcome to the Stock Goat YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to be covering the Sofi stock, and we had some news come out today with a downgrade from an analyst. And I think if that downgrade did not come out, Sofi was on another day of a bull trend. There was pretty much nothing to stop this stock, because we got two upgrades in the past 10 days. So guys, things have been looking really good, but maybe we needed this cool off to create another uptrend, very, very soon. So this just got the consolidation happening, even quicker potentially. So I look at it as good news because we're going to get a lot of those, day traders and, flippers out even faster. So I like where we're headed, in the next, month, the next quarter especially. And I think earnings are going to continue to be stellar across the board. If you find any of this information useful, be sure to smash the like button. Let's try and get the video to 1,000 likes. Don't forget to drop a comment. What are you doing with SoFi right now? Are you averaging down, trimming, holding for longer, price targets? What are you guys seeing? What are you guys doing? And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Let's try and get the channel past 15,000 subscribers, and let's get into it. All right, guys, today was a green day inside of the market. I think we would have followed very, very easily, being a top 5 mover as always. S&P 500 1.2, Dow 1.2, NASDAQ 1.1, Russell 0.81, oil red, gold red. SoFi, it doesn't look that bad, but it was pretty bad in the morning. We were down, I believe, about 6% or more. Down 1.95% on the day and down 1% in the after hours. So, guys, we pulled back from that high of 1023. We were mooning the other day, guys. Volume was actually pretty high today, so that's good. Maybe we had a lot of sellers, come out early on in the day, and, we might be on for another bullish move in the next, week or so. So, guys, this could be a good thing, longer term. So guys, here is the analyst. This is Dominic Gabriel. He decided to come out and cool the SoFi stock off. It was a downgrade and a hold. So it was right now he's given a $8 price target. I thought it was a $9 price target on my Twitter I posted because he said a hold and we were at 9, but I guess it's a little bit more downside at 8. So guys, I mean, I'm not gonna disrespect this guy or clown this guy, because we know who the real clowns are, that are the analysts covering the stock. I mean, when you're throwing out $2 and $3 price targets and you got two other analysts 12 and 14, you're a clown. And that's the guy from Wedbush. So this guy, we'll give him a little bit of respect. He's top 3,000, 43% success rate. His average return is pretty much toast at 2.9%, but maybe he's just, going off of the little bit of, fundamentals that, the SoFi valuation is getting a little bit overextended too fast, which is completely reasonable, but let's hear him out. Here's a CNBC interview. We're going to run through this real quick. Oppenheimer's Dominic Gabriel breaks down the downgrade of SoFi shares to neutral.
It's call by Oppenheimer. They're downgrading the bank to perform from outperform on valuation concerns in the near term. But analyst Dominic Gabriel still likes the SoFi story for the long run, and he joins me now. Dominic, it's great to have you here. What is the valuation at the moment?
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me as well. I mean, when we look at the SoFi story, we want to really break down SoFi into two parts. And you really want to break down the bank on its own and the technology segment. And when you add all those up at a higher valuation of roughly, 3 times tangible book value multiple, and about $1.20 or so for the bank using Fiserv and FIS as revenue multiple comparables, you get to roughly about a $9.50 stock. And we think that that's at the high end of where the stock is likely to trade on 2024 estimates.
Yep. So, now I guess the question becomes, from here, after this, initial flurry of excitement about, and just so people are following, the student loan resumption could be a huge catalyst for people to refi, and that's kind of SoFi's bread and butter. What's the next leg of the story?
Yeah, it's a great question. And that is baked into our estimates. We also have some personal loan slowdown in originations baked into our estimates, given our overall thesis about, consumer spending slowing, demand slowing. That's also baked into our estimates. But we think that the SoFi story is going to be one of just execution. And instead of having various company-specific or macro issues affecting the trajectory of the stock, we really think that it's going to be all about execution, delivering on what they've said, GAAP profitability, improving margins over time. We think that that's going to drive the stock higher over time. but perhaps a pullback to lower levels nearer term.
Sure. And those lower levels, be they what they are, don't deter your long-term more bullishness on the stock?
It doesn't, because look, they've done a really great job on their revenue growth and being really nimble, and the diversification of their business has really shown through, given that, you know, they were really low on originations for student loans, which is where they originally started the business. Had they not made the changes they made over the last number of years to diversify their business, this would have been this stock would have been in a significantly different place. And it's because of their execution that, look, they've been beating expectations. We actually raised our revenue outlook in this note. We reiterated our outperform when the stock was just below $5 as well, trying to, you know, bite the bears off with a big stick. And so we believe in the company's execution. We believe in the business model. For us, it's just about valuation.
All right. It's good to have you here today, Dominic. Thanks for your time.
All right, guys, that was completely respectable, but, you know, there's many ways to value a stock, and it looks like this guy is going off tangible book value. And we've been, you know, covering, you know, just book value on its own when SoFi was under a 1 book value, which is like a mega legacy banking metric. And I think right now, you know, we're a little bit higher, like 1.8 or 2 or something like that. He's putting in 2024 estimates on, you know, tangible book value and stuff like that. But I think there's other ways to look at this stock as well. You know, you can look at it on an EBITDA, you can look at it at a price to sales, PE. There's so many other ways. And the thing is, you know, nobody knows how, you know, Galileo, the tech platform, is going to play out. Are we going to start signing big legacy bank companies? That's not packed into his estimates. And also, you know, he doesn't truly know how big student loans could be, you know, on a profitable basis. So there's a lot of different things to look at. But yeah, you know, I think this is completely reasonable, you know, a fair value, you know, not pricing in, you know, insane growth potential with the tech platform, users doubling to 800 million. So yeah, we'll give him his $8 price target for now. And guys, I want you to see this morning when we really look at, you know, where we hit a low of like 904 almost 4 times. So this stock had insane support over the $9 area this morning. And I also want to show you guys, you know, what kind of pullback, you know, valuation reset you're actually getting. We hit a high of about 1023. So to get to the 903, 904 range, this was a 12% pullback with this guy's downgrade. Maybe, you know, SoFi could have, you know, 40% long-term investors right now, 40% institutional investors, and day traders could be right around 10 to 15%, you know, trading this stock. So maybe, you know, a lot of the day traders got wiped out and they're, you know, moving to another stock because, you know, 12% pullback, you know, that's some pretty crazy volatility. So maybe we, you know, start another bullish uptrend. But hey, I like a 12% pullback, you know, after the run up. Sure, it could have been a little bit more, maybe a 15 or 20%, but, you know, there's no guarantees, you know, that we are going to go, you know, massively lower after here, especially, you know, we had a nice bounce off of 4 times off of this downgrade. So it looks like a lot of people aren't falling for that, you know, Wedbush sell off when we were down, you know, freaking 20%, you know, that day. So, this looks pretty good to me, guys. I like the, you know, pullback, and I respect the guy's price target as well. All right, guys, but I want to look at SoFi right now on a EBITDA basis because we know they still have stock-based compensation. We know that stock-based compensation is going to fall off a cliff dramatically. So let's just look at an EBITDA basis right now. And we know that, you know, SoFi put out guidance for about 40 to 45 million. And SoFi has been a company known to absolutely destroy guidance numbers. And remember, you know, these types of guidance numbers are what the analysts are at right now. And they're just smashing these expectations every quarter. For example, Q1, they smashed their Q1 high-end guidance of EBITDA by 31 million. And if we just look at their, you know, guidance for, you know, Q2 of 60 million on the high end, let's just assume they pull, you know, the exact same type of growth, you know, $91 million of EBITDA. And let's just say, you know, they have no growth in EBITDA for Q3 or Q4. They just maintain that $91 million of EBITDA. I want to look at this company right now on a valuation metric of just, you know, price to EBITDA, you know, the EBITDA valuation. And we can see right now SoFi had $76 million of EBITDA for Q1. Assuming they get the Q2 $91 million and maintain that, we're looking at about $350 million of EBITDA for the full year with no more growth coming in Q3 or Q4. Guys, I think they're right now at about 290 on their, full year estimate. So I'm telling you, SoFi is sandbagging their EBITDA very, very aggressively right now. And right now we're trading at about 9 billion. Let's just say 10 billion. We're trading at about 25 times EBITDA for 2023. This is not forward EBITDA, assuming EBITDA goes to like 700 million next year. I just want to look at this year. And, assuming we go to $20, which would be about a 20 billion valuation, we would be trading at about 50 times EBITDA. And you need, pretty insane growth for the next year, to maintain that type of valuation. So yes, guys, we are right now, I think we're at a reasonable valuation, but assuming, SoFi capitalizes on Galileo and the student loans like they say they are, doubling user growth to 800,000 per quarter next year. I think a $20, EBITDA is very, very reasonable if we get to $20. You got companies like Nvidia, other AI stocks, Amazon, all trading at about 100, 150 PE. Of course, we don't have a PE yet, but, this is just something to get you closer to a PE ratio now that we, don't have it yet. With stock-based compensation still out there, we're going to get a PE very soon. It's going to be a little bit higher than this, but I'm just showing you guys a EBITDA tracker. 50 times sales at $20. Yes, I know a lot of people would say that is, pretty high-end valuation, but we need SoFi to capitalize, and these metrics could make sense in the future. If you made it to the end of the video, I want to say I really do appreciate it. I enjoy doing these videos for you guys. We are the #1 YouTube channel covering the SoFi stock. We've been covering this bad boy since the SPAC merger, and I still think there is insane upside in the future, guys, especially if we turn profitable and stock-based compensation continues to fall off a cliff. Student loans come roaring back in 2024. This could be a very, very profitable fintech for the full year next year, along with Q4 this year. So be sure to subscribe to the channel. Let's try and get the channel to 15,000 subscribers. Don't forget to drop a comment. What are you guys doing right now? Are you buying? Do you think this valuation makes sense? And don't forget to smash the like button. Let's try and get the video to 1,000 likes. Once again, my name is Kyle. Hope you have a great day.